Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my reptile and fish room. Now a lot of you probably wonder, and I do get asked quite a lot, why do I have a room full of fish and reptiles? And that's something that interests you, then please stay tuned, because that's all coming up right after this. Okay, so welcome back. So like I said, in today's video, I'm going to go over a little bit of why I keep a room full of reptiles and fish. Now, I get a lot of technical questions on the setups and care for the animals. One of the questions that interests me the most is, why do you do it in the first place? For people like us, who love reptiles, amphibians, fish, and not even just that, I think that I've always been fascinated by nature in general. I've always loved animals, and I grew up with them, I suppose. I had a household full of animals when I was a kid. My dad was a massive animal lover. We always had lots of pets, so I was into it from an early age. As well, I was always into horses and grew up on a farm. So, you know, I've always been around animals. Now, as I got older, I probably didn't have it for a few years, and something I knew that was missing, and definitely something that I wanted to pick back up. And as you've probably seen, for those who've been following the channel, is grown into this. So, not only do I love the animals, but I love the creative side of it and creating the environment, so whether that be aquascapes or bioactive setups. But obviously the animals are probably the key factor in all this, and mainly the reason why I've been building this room to what it is today. So why are bioactive setups and aquascaping so important to me? Now, there's a lot of debate online and debate in general whether bioactive is a good way of keeping reptiles, and I'm not going to go into that today. That's probably a topic for another video. But for me, is the ability to set up an environment for these animals to try and replicate their natural habitat as best you can. Never going to do it as they are in the wild. Let's be fair, this is a glass box. But we can do our best just to make sure their lives are enriched as much as possible and trying to provide the best environment for them. Now, for me personally, I love these sort of setups because this has been set up for about 5 years. It's constantly being tweaked and developed, and not just by me. It's a little slice of nature in my room as far as I'm concerned. The plants grow themselves, there's a water feature in there, and things will develop over time without my input. And for me, that is amazing, to have a little bit of nature in your room. Why wouldn't you love that? Look at their little derpy faces. So for me, aquascapes are exactly the same as bioactive setups. Like this setup is a perfect example. It's it is the most recent escape that we've done. It's something that has really thrived, and that's something to me that's really, really rewarding. Not only are the fish thriving, but the environment is doing really, really well as well. So again, we've replicated, well, sort of an environment for them. There's obviously plants and a small ecosystem in there. We've got the shrimp that take care of a lot of the mess, and obviously the fish contribute towards the bioload to keep that setup healthy. But do these setups take a lot of work? Yeah, they take time, yeah, they take a little bit of effort, but for me, I think spending the time setting these things up correctly in the beginning, and maybe spending the money initially, will save you money in the long term, as well as time. Bioactive setups for me are far easier to maintain, and I feel like aquascapes are the same. The more sterile environment for me, the more work you've got to put in to keep it clean, and the environments themselves with aquascaping and bioactive setups do take care of a lot of the work for you. Now, that doesn't mean that you can neglect your animals. As you can see, this tank does still need a little bit of maintenance, which we're going to do now. But if this is the sort of thing that you enjoy, then these jobs are not a chore, they're fun. How weird's that? Carrying buckets of water. Fun. What a loser. So for me, keeping these environments, these animals, and trying to maintain a healthy environment as well as healthy animals is probably one of the most rewarding things and one of the best parts about keeping a room like this for me. Now, for those who've been following the channel, I know things have been put on hold slightly. We've had to do a little bit of work to the room, and I'm pleased to say I've done the final plastering and painting today. So hopefully that'll be the end of the work, and the next couple of videos should be getting this room back to normal, getting things on their stands, getting Castro's tank on his stand. It's always been on the floor. I'm so excited. I'm such a loser. Never mind. But also, we're going to be looking at getting the shelving rack put in there, getting some more aquascapes, some more ADA tanks, and getting some scapes similar to this, well, similar quality, different themes. So if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, now's a perfect time to do that. If you can do me a massive favour and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And as always, if you're a regular viewer to this channel, do me a massive favour and give me that thumbs up and just drop me a comment, just show YouTube you're enjoying this sort of content, and then it allows me to make more videos like these. For those of you who enjoy the reptiles and the amphibians, there's plenty more of that to come, and I'll probably announce what we're going to be adding into this room in the next video, so make sure you stay tuned and you hit that bell icon. But to summarise on this topic, the reason I keep this room is because animals have always been a massive part of my life. I've always enjoyed nature and animals, always been around it. That's definitely not going to change. This room is just my ability to grow and to practice the skills that I've learned over the past however many years, and my main aim is to always try and improve the health, the environment, and the care of my animals, and I'm sure you guys are the same. But I think that's enough of me talking nonsense for a change. Hopefully in the next video we'll be moving things back into their original places, talking about new animals and setups to come. I've got some exciting news about the 180 litre tank. Some of you might find it exciting, some of you might not, but we're not going to be doing fish. We're going to be doing a reptile and maybe a pear, and I don't think you would have come across them before. So if that's something you're interested in, catch me in the next video and I'll see you next time.